Abeyo Kata lives a comfortable, happy life in West Africa as the privileged 9-year-old daughter of a government employee and stay-at-home mother. But when the Kata's idyllic lifestyle takes a turn for the worse, Abeyo's father, following his mother's advice, places the girl in a religious shrine, hoping that the sacrifice of his daughter will serve as atonement for the crimes of his ancestors. Unspeakable acts befall Abeyo for the 15 years she is held in the shrine. When she is finally rescued, broken and battered, she must struggle to overcome her past, endure the revelation of family secrets, and learn to trust and love again. Hey guys, I'm back again, and I have for you today a review of Praise Song for the Butterflies by Bernice L. McFadden. Here's a picture. Okay, now, I tell you, I read this book on Tuesday. Okay, the book is not that long. It is 244 pages, and I think it was essentially when I started to pick it up, I said, oh, I'm just going to read this in 2 or 3 sittings, because, I might need that to just kind of, spread my reading out for the week. Let me tell you, I started reading this on Tuesday afternoon at 3 o'clock, and I read all the way until 7 o'clock, and then turned around, had dinner, and then went right back to the book and read it until I fell asleep. I absolutely enjoyed reading this book. Now, the book is really an in-depth look at how someone has to recover from the traumatic experience of being kept as a slave for a very long, long time. Now, as I read to you what is on the back of the book and gives you an idea of what the book is about, you must imagine Abeyo was left to this religious shrine at 9 years old, and she stayed there for about 15 years. It's quite traumatic to imagine what horrible physical and psychological state she was when she was recuperated. The thing that Bernice L. McFadden does the best in this book is the way she shows you the development of Abeyo as a character, because we see her as a child and we see her go through her period as a Trokosi, and we see the aftermath. She also does a good job with painting a portrait of the relationships between women. So, for example, family members together, so daughter, daughter-in-law, father and mother. She also points out some of the faults in the African tradition, because this idea of being a Trokosi, I think I have the name right. I'll explain it to you. It's written in the beginning of the book what exactly that means. It says the word Trokosi comes from the Iwu word tro, meaning deity or fetish, and kosi, meaning female slave. So you have to imagine that this part of what she goes through not only affects her, but must affect all the other members of the family that know about her being left at this shrine and not really being able to do much about it, because this is considered to be a tradition. So once you're reading, you're going to get sucked in very quickly to the flow of the story being told, but also these relationships which are painted in a very, I would say, not in a very long drawn out way. She has a very excellent way of painting the relationships between the different family members very well. You understand who they are and what they're about, and you don't need, like loads and loads of pages to figure that out. She does it very, very well. And amazingly, the emotion of following Abeyo through it all is, wow, it's a lot. It's really a lot. But like I said, the flow is so good. you will not be able to put the book down. This is Bernice L. McFadden's latest book. She had written this book many years before, but it had a different name. I think it was My Name is Butterfly. I can't remember exactly. And she decided to take that book over, change the title, and revamp the story a little bit. There is only one thing I felt was missing in this story, was I would have liked to have seen a re-meeting of Abeyo with Wasik, her father, after her rehabilitation, because that is for me the only thing that is missing. So I felt like that was the part that left me a little bit like wanting more. But other than that, I was very happy to read this story. I would recommend it, highly recommend it. It's very, very good. Something I didn't know about African culture. The story here is told in a fictitious town that she calls Ukembe, I think it is. But I think she's setting it somewhat in Western Africa, because there's a mention of Ghana in here. But Ukembe is not a real place. I had discussed this book before I read it with someone on Bookstagram, and they were saying that they were wondering how Bernice L. McFadden would be able to do this subject matter, because she is African American and not African. And so they were wondering if she would do it justice. She did it justice. Okay, so you don't have to worry about that. It's done very well. She doesn't try to do anything over the top or more, you know, than should be done. Everything is solidly placed in this story, and it's done extremely well. It flows beautifully. And like I said, you will not want to stop, and you will love the character of Abeyo. You'll want to know more about Abeyo. Like, I want to know what's Abeyo doing now, you know, 7 years later or 5 years later. So I hope you pick this one up. Let's talk below if you read Praise Song for the Butterflies. What did you think? I give this a 4.5. 4.5 is 4.5. That's what I'll give it. What would you give it? Did you enjoy it? Did you not like it? What did you not like about it? Let's have a chat below. If you've gotten this far, you have arrived at the surprise part of the video, which is this giveaway of a copy of Praise Song for the Butterflies. If you'd like to win this copy, all you have to do is hit me up below and say, I want it, subscribe to the channel, and like this video. That's it. That's all you have to do. Just also be prepared to give me your address if you win. I will be putting up a video on the 28th of February, which will announce the winner of this copy of Praise Song for the Butterflies. So on that video, I will tell you where you have to send me your address. Good luck.